today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 15 of the MML on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It fights him off. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Try to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Buffalo.
They'll run with Drake, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Leonard Floyd brought in.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
The pickup there, 5 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 10-yard line.
Now Drake. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Past the 20 and all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete to Brashad Perriman.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On the toss, Drake going left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown.
Kenyon Drake standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. 1 yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 83 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Gain on the play. Brings up
on 3rd down, Drake. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the rookie from Florida. That's Van Jefferson with it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The tackle by
that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Goff now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Broncos 10.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. They'll start the drive with Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Right back to Drake. A first down and more for Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. We can't have that.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground with Drake. Big hold of the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bills.
Now a handoff for Drake. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
23 yards.
23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On 3rd down, it's Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Conner. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
55, Mike, 55.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
They're running it. Maintain. Watch the slants.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
At the throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
Passer defense.
Can't do that, man.
Well, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Let's go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
The extra point.
And that's another route that defenders would vote out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
17.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
You got time. You got time right there. Let's go, let's go.
first and 10. Goff. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch it divide. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 55.
Now Mahomes. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Gerald Everett. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 48 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and they open the lead up now to 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
39-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Jacobs incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Today's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount